Good morning, children. In the last class, we discussed about the concepts what you have learnt in your 7th standard. In your 7th standard, that's previous year. Okay, so in that class, you had 3 chapters under algebra. One is algebraic expressions, and the second one is exponents and parts, and the third one is uh, simple equations, isn't it? We have discussed about all those concepts. And again, this is algebraic expressions and identities. So along with those algebraic identities, you are going to learn about algebraic expressions. You are going to learn about identities also. Okay. Now, let us recall. All these are again a repetition of the basic concepts. So variables are those whose values are not fixed. You can represent the variables by any alphabet. It may be A, B, C, P, Q, R or X, Y, Z, like this. You can use any letter for representing a variable. Now constants are those whose values are fixed. So it may be anything, 2, 5, 9, 100, like this. So all these are examples of fixed numbers, that is constants. Now algebraic expressions are the combination of constants and variables. So it may be say x plus 2 or a minus 9, and this is say for example 5. This is also an algebraic expression. There is no fixed number of terms in it, isn't it? Now this is a combination of a variable and a constant. It could be a variable also. It could be a variable, it could be a constant, or it is a combination of a constant and a variable. What are algebraic terms? Suppose we have 5x plus 3. This is an expression, algebraic expression. Okay. Now here 5x and 3 are said to be the terms of algebraic terms of this expression. And then coefficient. We have two coefficients. One is literal coefficient and the other one is numerical coefficient. So the number itself tells you the meaning of numerical coefficient. It will be a number. Okay. And literal coefficient means it will be a variable. Here the literal coefficient of 5 is x and the numerical coefficient of x is 5. Of course 3 is a constant term. Next, binomials, monomials, binomials and trinomials. So depending on the number of terms the algebraic expression has, we will decide whether the given expression is a monomial, binomial or a trinomial. A monomial is one which contains only one term. For example, 3xyz. It need not be one digit. It may have any number of digits in it, but it should have only one term. Or it may be like a square b, or only 5, or maybe only x, like this. It should have only one term. Then a binomial is one which contains two terms, and those two terms are separated by either plus or minus sign, or it may be x plus 2, or it may be a minus 6. So those two terms must be separated by either plus or minus sign. Then trinomial is one which contains three terms. Okay. So it may be a plus b minus b. There is no hard and fast rule that they should have only plus sign. A plus b minus c. Or it may be p minus q minus r. Or all the three may have positive sign only. X plus y plus z. Next, polynomials. An expression containing one or more variables having non-negative integral exponent. So this is the basic definition. So one is it should have variables and its power should be non-negative integral exponent. That variable should have all the variables what are involved in the expression. they should have non-negative integral exponent. Here, if you consider x plus y, then it is considered as x to the power 1 plus y to the power n, which is a positive integer. This is an example for a polynomial. And even this one, x square. Here a square plus b plus c cube. All these are examples for polynomials. Now let us consider few more examples. A x to the power 1 plus by to the power 1. This is a polynomial. A polynomial may contain any number of terms, one or more than one. Okay. Now let us look at these two examples. X plus 1 by x. Here you can write x as x to the power 1 plus 1 by x as x to the power minus 1. You have learned in the previous year, that is a to the power 1 by a to the power plus n is equal to a to the power minus n. So if you write like that, then this becomes x to the power minus 1. But minus 1 is not a positive integer. Therefore, this is not a polynomial. This is not a polynomial. Okay. Now, second example, x plus root x. You can write root x as x to the power half, isn't it? Now, this is not an integer. Exponent part is not an integer. Therefore, even this is not a polynomial. Okay, so thus a polynomial should have the variables. It can have one or more variables having non-negative integral exponents. Okay, now let's consider these examples. Classify the following polynomials as monomials, binomials and trinomials. See, this expression contains two terms. It is a binomial. And x plus y plus z, this contains three terms. It's a trinomial. Y plus z plus 100 is a trinomial. AB minus A. Now don't consider that these two are different terms. It is a single term. They have multiplication in between. Therefore, it is a single term. AB minus A is a binomial. Okay. Now, construct three binomials with x as variable. So, it may be x plus 2, then x minus half. Don't think that if half is there, then that is not a polynomial. It is a polynomial. You must see the exponential part of the variable only. Okay. And similarly, it is x plus root 3. So, in all these three examples, it is all the expressions have two terms which are separated by plus and minus sign, and the variable as or it may be x square. X is the variable, here the power is 2. Okay, so all these are binomials with x as the variable. Okay, here also don't bother much about this root 3 because it is a constant term and the variable is x whose power is 2. I hope it is clear, children. Next, three binomials with x and y as variables. So, it may be x plus y or x square plus y, or it is x plus y cube. So, whatever may be the exponential power of the variables, you need to use x and y as the variables. You can put minus sign also in between, no problem. Then, three monomials with x and y as variables. Three monomials, say it is xy is a monomial, x square y square is a monomial, or xy cube is a monomial, or x cube y. You can write any power for that, but x and y should be the monomials. Then, let's consider like and unlike terms. Like terms are those which have the variables, same variables with same exponents. Now let us form different sets of terms. Okay. Say for example, 4x minus 2x. These two are like terms because the variable is x. They have the same exponent 1. Now let's consider um, 9x square y and minus 3x square y. Are these two like terms? Yes, definitely, because the variables are the same with the same exponent. Here the exponent of x is 2, here also it is 2, here it is 1, here also it is 1. Or it may be, say, a square b square half a square b square 1 by 3 a square b square 1 by 3 a square b square. Okay, so in all these cases, even though their coefficients are different, the variables are the same. So these are said to be the like terms. Now unlike terms may have the same variables with different exponents. Like for example, it may be, say, x square x to the power 9, or it may be a square a to the power 5 a to the power 8. Here the variable is the same, whereas their exponents are different. They have different exponents. Or they may have different variables with same exponents. Say x square a square p square m square. In all these cases, their exponents are same, but the variables are different. Even they come under unlike terms. Then with different variables and with different exponents. Say for example, x p to the power 4 y square z cube, like this. Here in these cases, variables are different, their exponents are also different. Now let's consider the addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. While adding or subtracting the algebraic expressions, you need to remember few things. These are 3 important points which ought to be retained in your mind. You should remember this while doing addition or subtraction. Only like terms can be added or subtracted. Suppose you have the variable, different variables, then you cannot add them. Unlike terms can never be added or subtracted. Then, while adding or subtracting like terms, their coefficients are to be added or subtracted. Third one is like terms are to be written one below the other, so as to facilitate the addition or subtraction more easier, in a more easier way. Now this is 7xy plus 5zy minus 3zx. So this is the first term, first expression. Then 4yz plus 4yz minus 9zx plus 9zx minus 4y and minus 3xz and zx are on the same commutative property of multiplication holds good. Minus 2xy minus 2xy plus 5x. You need to write plus 5x. You have to write the like terms one below the other. Now what's the answer? Plus 7 minus 2. When you are adding a positive and a negative integer, you need to find their difference. Difference of 7 and 2 is 5. You have to put the sign of the larger number, that is plus. You can write plus or you can leave it as it is. xy. Here plus 5 plus 4 is plus 9. Plus 9 yz or zy. Here plus 3zx. Okay. Now minus 3zx. Minus 3zx is minus 6zx. Minus 6 and plus 9. You have to find the difference of those two and put the sign of the greater number, that is plus 9 and minus 6 is plus 3, minus 4y plus 5x. So this is the sum obtained. Okay. Next, subtract 5x square minus 4y square plus 6y minus 3 from 7x square minus 4xy plus 8y square plus 5x minus 3y. So this is the sum. Let me check. Subtract 5x square minus 4y square plus 6y minus 3 from 7x square minus 4xy plus 8y square plus 5x minus 3y. Now you need to write the like terms one below the other, and always you need to write the minute term first, that is 7x square minus 4xy plus 8y square plus 5x minus 3y. Okay. Now you have to write 5x square minus 4y square plus 6y minus 3. So this is a subtrahend. While subtracting, you need to change the sign of each term of the subtrahend, isn't it? Now this minus plus 5 becomes minus 5, minus 4 becomes plus 4, plus becomes plus 6y becomes minus 6y, and minus 3 becomes plus 3. Okay. Once you change the sign, you should not consider the original sign, right? Now plus 7 and minus 5. Again you need to find the difference of these two. You are finding the difference of the coefficients of the variables, right? That means you are following first one, that is only like terms can be added, and second one is while adding or subtracting the like terms, you need to find the addition or subtraction of their coefficients. And here plus 7 minus 5 is plus 2x square, and minus 4xy you need to write as it is minus 4xy, plus 8y square plus 4y square, it is plus 12y square. Again 5x, only 5x plus 5x. Now minus 3y minus 6y is minus 9y, and this is plus 3. In this way, we need to follow these three rules. Exercise 6.1. Identify the terms, their coefficients for each of the following expressions. Here, which are the terms? 5xyz square and minus 3zy. Now, what are the coefficients? Here coefficients are 5 and minus 3. In this one, what are the terms? X, 1 and x square. Coefficients are 1 only. Coefficients of x and x square is 1 only. Here what are the terms? 4x square y square. You need to write this together only. 4x square y square, comma, minus 4x square y square z square and z square. This term z square. Coefficients, what are the coefficients? It is 4, minus 4 and plus 1. Next, what are the terms here? 0.3a, comma, minus 0.6 ab, comma, 0.5b. Coefficients are 0.3, minus 0.6 and 0.5 plus 0.5. These are the numerical coefficients. Now classify the following polynomials as monomials, binomials and trinomials. Which polynomials do not fit in any of these three categories? Now x plus y comes under binomial. It is having two terms. So it is a binomial. X plus y. 1000 comes under monomial. X plus x square plus x cube plus x to the power 4. So this is having four terms which will not fit in any of these three categories. So don't write. So 7 plus y plus 5x, it's a trinomial. 7 plus y plus 5x, it is a trinomial. Then 2y minus 3y square, it is a binomial. 2y minus 3y square is a trinomial. Then binomial. 2y minus 3y square plus 4y cube is a trinomial. 2y minus 3y square plus 4y cube is a trinomial. Then 5x minus 4y plus 3xy is a trinomial. 5x minus 4y plus 3xy is a trinomial. 4z minus 15z square is a binomial. 4z minus 15z square is a binomial. Then AB plus BC plus CD plus DA, even this has four terms which will not fit into any of these three categories. Then PQR, as I have already told, even though it contains three letters, they are not separated by either plus or minus sign. It comes under monomial only. So when you have product of terms, it is considered as single term only. Then p square q plus q, pq square. This must be pq square, I believe. pq square. Change this, please. pq square. So this is a binomial. p square q plus pq square is a binomial. Then 2p plus 2q is also a binomial. Next, add the following. Now AB minus BC, BC minus CA, next CA minus AB. When you are adding, don't change the sign, okay? Yes, plus AB and minus AB will get cancelled, you will be left with 0. Plus minus BC and plus BC will get cancelled, you will be left with 0. Minus A will get cancelled with plus CA. So their sum is 0. Next, A minus B plus AB, B minus C plus BC and C minus A plus AC. See, while adding or subtracting, you need to write the like terms one below the other. Otherwise, you will get confused and there are chances of going wrong. Okay. Now, minus A, plus A and minus A will get cancelled. You are left with 0. Similarly, minus B and plus B, 0. Plus AB, minus C plus C will get cancelled. Plus BC plus CA or AC. Okay, this is the sum. Next, 2p square q square minus 3pq plus 4 and you are adding minus 3 p square q square, there is no pq term and you have 5 plus 7p. Okay, the answer is plus 2 minus 3 is minus p square q square. minus 3pq plus 9 plus 7p. I think it is clear. Next, fourth sum, L square plus M square. Let me do it here. L square plus M square. Then M square plus N square. M square plus N square. Next, N square plus L square. N square plus L square plus you don't have LM, MN and NL terms. So you need to write like this: 2LM plus 2MN plus 2NL. Now you add them now. You will get L square. You have to add L square. Okay. I had to write this L square. Just a minute. Okay. L square must have written here. L square plus N square. N square plus N square or L square plus N square. It's one and the same. Okay. Now L square plus L square is 2L square. Remember that don't put L to the power 4. Okay. While adding, you need to add their coefficients. So 1L square plus 1L square is 2L square. Here also it is 2M square plus 2N square plus 2LM plus 2MN plus 2NL. You can do one more thing. You can take 2 as the common factor throughout. So when you take out 2 as a common factor, you are left with L square plus M square plus N square plus L into M plus M into N plus N into L. Okay. Next, subtract 4a minus 7ab plus 3b plus 12 from. So from means you have to write 12a minus 9ab plus 5b minus 3. So this is the minund. You have to write subtrahend now. It is 4a minus 7ab plus 3b plus 12. Of course, you need to change the sign of each term of the subtrahend. So plus 4a becomes minus 4a, minus 7ab becomes plus 7ab, minus plus 3b becomes minus 3b, plus 12 becomes minus 12. Now plus 12 minus 4 is 8a. Minus 9 plus 7 is minus 2ab. Plus 5b minus 3b is plus 2b. Minus 3 minus 12 is minus 15. In this way, you need to write the like terms one below the other and you can add or subtract. Next, subtract 3xy minus 5yz minus 7zx from 5xy minus 2yz minus 2zx okay plus 10yz. So write this first: 5xy minus 2yz minus 2zx plus 10xyz. Okay. So this is minor. You have to write the subtrahend. 3xy plus 5yz minus 7zx. That's all. Yes, here this you have 4 terms and here only 3 terms. Now change the sign of the subtrahend and solve the problem. Minus, minus, plus. Now plus 5xy minus 3xy is 2. Difference of 5 and 3 is 2. It is 2xy. Minus 2yz minus 5yz is minus 7yz. Minus 2zx plus 7zx is plus 5zx. Difference of 7 and 2 is 5. Greater number is 7, which has plus sign. Plus 10xyz. Next, subtract 4p square q minus 3p q plus 5p q square minus 8p plus 7p minus 10 from. So you write this number first. 18 minus 3p minus 11q plus 5pq minus 2pq square plus 5p square q. So this is minute part. So 4p square q, p square q, where is it? Here. It is 4p square q minus 3pq plus 5p square plus 5pq square. Then this is plus 4 plus, correct. Then minus 8p plus 7q minus 10. Now change the sign of the subtrahend. Minus becomes plus. Here also plus, minus, plus, minus and minus. Now plus 18 plus 10 is plus 28. Minus 3 plus 8 is plus 5p. Minus 11 minus 7 is minus 18q. Plus 5 and plus 3 is plus 8pq. Minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7pq square. Plus 5 and minus 4 is plus 1p square q, or simply you can write p square q. Okay. So today we have finished exercise 6.1. Now I'll send the PDF. You need to write the notes, that is definitions what I have discussed today, and you have to do the sums, all these sums in your algebra classwork. So be regular in your work. So I may ask your classwork for submission. Online submission will be there. Last year also I had collected the classwork online only, and I checked each and every sum in that book. You will be caught very easily, children. Okay, you cannot cheat me. So you need to write all the sums, and not only writing in the classwork, you have to practice. Otherwise mathematics is you may find mathematics as difficult without practice. Okay, thank you.